it has been very, very difficult to avoid conversations related to politics these days in this whole very crazy anti-Trump environment that we live in. At work, somebody came up to me, the supervisor as well, and said, "Hey, look, the issue with the country's going crazy with this person being deported." And I said, "Well, I'm okay with him being deported." And Beatty Much is a guy that I don't remember the name of the guy, but suspected of being a member of MS-13. Now he has MS-13 as a tattoo. Then he came in illegally into the country. Then there was also domestic violence charge that was put on him by his wife, but then the wife dropped it because very often, sometimes that happens in a relationship, domestic violence relationship, where there is a problem, and the female, very often the wife, the girlfriend, drops the charges. Right? Some people forgive the abuser right away, and they say in an abusive relationship. But then the other issue was that he was under suspicion, or part of a group in an investigation of a murder. Now, he was part of that kind of group as well, which was part of affiliated with MS-13. Now she's saying, this person saying at work, saying, "Hey, we cannot avoid due process." And my thing was like, I believe in due process, but the guy's already illegal. And he has already Mr. Oh, but he should be here. And I say, but the issue is it takes months, and how long are we gonna do for what is supposed to be due process? The process of having a hearing takes too long, especially when the person, we already know they're illegal in the country. If they're already illegal, they already violated a law. That should be enough. And then on top of that, you add that tattoo for MS-13. Then you have domestic violence thing, right? That was dropped by the wife. That's enough. That's enough. And then, of course, one of the judges, I think in the Supreme Court, said, and this person said, "Oh, Trump is ignoring the Supreme Court." Supreme Court was wrong on this. So if the guy's illegal, he's illegal. That should be enough. How long does it take for somebody to be like, okay, this person's not a citizen, this person came here illegally? Then you have the tattoos and all of that. And we know that a lot of judges, which I think Neil Gorsuch in the Supreme Court, he's normally a pretty fair judge, so I don't know how he made that decision. But he probably made the decision, I don't know what he was reading. That I don't know. But the other issue is that there are a lot of judges that are activist judges. They really are not looking at the law for what it is. And they're really not pro-American. They're really more pro-socialism. And they become activists. Just because a person is a judge doesn't mean that they're fair according to our rules of law.